Like, you can introduce yourself to our audience.
Okay, my name is Mary. Um, I'm a math teacher, a graduate of mathematics, first degree and second degree. Yeah, I'm here in Nigeria, and I'm also a fashion designer.
So, what are your other hobbies? What you like to do in your free
Okay.
time?
Yeah, I love to swim.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow, that's nice.
yeah.
And what are your dislikes? We wanted to know those things also. Dislikes.
Sorry. Oh, my dislike. Okay, I don't like to be stressed. Well,
Okay.
I don't like stress too much.
Okay, so let me tell you about myself. So my name is
Okay.
Ashu Bansal and I am also graduated from India, and we have
All right.
started this organization 5 months back, which is called
Okay.
Mathematical Space, and we are focusing on applied maths.
Okay.
Yeah, because in our education system here in India, we just focus on theoretical maths rather than
Okay.
applied maths. That's why
Okay.
me and my friend came up with this idea that we should focus on applied maths too, because maths is
Great.
not like just cramming the subject and all. That's why we came up with the idea, and we do lots of talks on Instagram or on other platforms too regarding applied
Okay.
maths. That's why
Yeah.
we shared that post with you, that how maths is related to fashion designing.
Yeah. 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 It
So,
is. It is.
yeah. So I have lot of question for you, and
No problem.
okay, so shall we start?
Okay, we can. We
Okay.
can.
So my first question is like how maths is related to fashion designing.
Okay. Well, for some people, especially here in Nigeria, they never knew that it's related. For me, when I started the fashion design, everyone was asking me, Mary, why fashion design? I was like, oh, what do you mean? Do you think math does not apply to fashion design? It is. Okay, what about the measurements? When you want to measure someone, you make use of tape rule, and then while you cut clothes, you also make use of the simple arithmetic. So, but for the local fashion designer, they just feel it's a normal thing. They just do their thing, but they don't know it's all about math. Yes. Yes, that's the relationship between math and fashion design.
So I have a curiosity to know that is maths really help designers to showcase their creativity in a more better way?
Well, I would say yes and I would say no. I'll say yes and I'll say no because this creativity is just in you. So the
Okay.
math is just applied into it. So that we can say those that doesn't know math can go into fashion design. But for those of us that were mathematicians, we know the benefits, the I think the difference between the local fashion designer and those of us that will blend mathematics. It's very easy for us, and then it helps your as a mathematician, your mental thinking is very high. You think very fast. We
Yeah.
have some people that when yes, they make use of their calculators, but once you are very good in math, you don't have to pick a calculator to do that. You just do it. It will just be in you. It's in you. It just come up doing things very easily.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I have read an article in which like there is a fashion designer. She used lot of graphs of mathematics in her designs.
Yeah. Yes, you do. You do.
Yeah, there are
For
lot of.
instance, yes. For instance, if you want to cut a circular cloth,
Hmm.
you make use of circumference.
Hmm.
Yes, yes. Yes, you do. So you do more geometries when you're cutting your clothes, when you're doing drifting your pattern, you have to go through that. And then
Yeah.
for those that go into the the school itself, like you go to a fashion design school as if you are going to study mathematics, you definitely go
Yeah.
through courses. Yes, yes, you do courses like that.
Maths
Yeah.
is like basic to everything, right?
Yes, exactly, exactly. It is even as a, if a chef, they use mathematics.
Yeah,
While we were
yeah.
while I was an undergraduate, all this the food the FST, the food science and technology people, they do come to our department to do math, to study math. They learn about container and everything because you need to know about those things
Yeah,
even
yeah.
before you. It's math is a very wide um in fact it's what we do daily. We can't do without math.
Can we say that if somebody is good in mathematics, he or she would also be good in fashion designing?
Yeah, well, yeah, I already answered that. I never knew I answered that. But you can, we have some people that they are good in math, but when it comes to thinking, being creative, they are not there. So we can't put them together. It's about choice, but it's a benefit for those that are mathematicians to also be a fashion designer. It's a good benefit. So we can, it's a yes, and then it's also a no. Yeah.
So if somebody wants to learn mathematics, so can he or she can learn maths from fashion designing?
Yes, yes, they can.
So how you use maths in your fashion designing while
You
creating
said?
designs?
Yeah, I do. I do. I like to do that. I
Like,
like to do that. But it's just that sometimes, because of the stress of teaching and everything, I have to put it on hold for a while. Then when it's time for when we're on holiday, I do more of that.
okay.
But basically I do more of teaching.
So do
Yeah.
you really use those graphs of mathematics in your designs and prints? I wanted to
No,
know.
for me, No, for me, I don't. But I'm very sure that those that went to the school itself, that they went to study fashion design, and then those that study pattern, how they draw and everything, they do that. They make use of the graph because before you can draft something, you need to calculate the size and
Yeah.
everything. Yes, in in absence of the cloth itself, and then by the time you're making the real cutting, it will show you won't have issues with that. So they do, but for me, I'm not really into it that much, but I am aware of it that they do. I am aware of it. Yeah.
As a math student, but I had realized that if you are good in mathematics, you are good in estimates. You can
Yes,
make,
yes,
yeah,
yes, yes, you are. So in fashion design, you also estimate.
yeah,
You do simple arithmetic, you do averages, you divide, and then you find percentages. There's some in there because of the allowance of the clothes. You have to put some and everything. You estimate. For instance, you want to cut someone's bust is 32. You can estimate it, like you don't round down, you round it up. You go into, like, let make it 35. So that's so you estimate when you also cut clothes. You have to estimate. Sometimes you see someone's measurement being a decimal point, like maybe probably 31.2, 31.5. You have
yes,
to still
yes.
estimate. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So estimate of fashion design, they do that a lot.
So, like, what are the topics of mathematics we use in fashion designing?
Okay, basically, I will just group them into two. The first one is the simple arithmetic that I've been saying a lot about. Your mental capacity of calculating. You add, you subtract, you divide. There's percentages, there's division, sums. Then the second one of it is the geometry, which you do measurements. In fact, before they start to do anything, you have to measure. So
Yes,
measurement is very important. Measurement, yeah.
you have to make
So
two-dimensional cloth into three-dimensional, right?
Yes, you do. You do. And then there's another one, which most people don't know. It's inventory. Inventory. You have to
Okay.
take, yes, do inventory. I know for some people they won't really know what inventory is, but for me, when I was doing my master's degree, I went into applied math, so I know more about inventory. Yeah, you put in some things, even the profit and loss. If you are into business, you want to, so you have to just know about that. Then you take note of your expenses, to know if you are making profit or loss.
Yes. Right.
Then the inventory I meant is that you take inventory of everything you do. Probably you get materials, you're using this material, you need to know the amount it's being bought, everything. It's very important.
Yeah. So as a good
Yeah.
fashion designer, you have to be good in your business marketing or business as a, yeah, right.
Yeah.
So I have another question like which maths equations and formulas you use the most while designing?
Okay. Most important, it's your addition and subtraction,
Okay.
division. Yes, you do that a lot, but some people don't know. I don't know if I have someone that is a fashion designer in the house. They don't know that indirectly they make use of circumference. That's pi d, your pi times the diameter. You understand? When you want to cut a circular cloth, for instance, you want to cut a skirt or a gown that has a circular
Yeah.
shape, cut a an heart. You
Mm-hmm.
want to make an art. Yes, you make use of, but they do not know that they are using that. But because there is a way out, they've already mastered something, like they are used to it. They don't even know what they are doing. It's just, some of us here in Nigeria, we just go to learn, and then it is what our trainer gives to us. That's what we're going to. But until when you go deep, as a mathematician, you just want to know the deep, what is actually going on. Why will you say I should do this and divide it by this, and then so they divide a lot. They use the circumference, which they don't know. They use circumference formula a lot.
Oh, that's nice. I didn't know about this. Thank you
Yeah.
for telling us.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like, as we know that there might be some basics of mathematics which they teach you while doing fashion designing courses, right? So, what are those basic mathematics things?
Okay. Like I told you, uh, for me, I went to a local fashion designing school. But for
Okay,
those that went to the real school, those that went to the real school, they do geometry
okay,
as a course. When you're in the university and then you need to pass through some course, so they do geometry, they do business math, so that they won't run at loss when they are doing their business. Yeah, they do their basic simple arithmetic. Yeah.
okay,
Then they do business math. In there, they will learn their profit and loss. They will learn percentages. They will also learn about, sometimes you want to give a discount,
all
and if you
right.
don't know what about, you don't know. So they make them to be aware of that. So by the time they are out there being a fashion designer, it's in them. They don't even know they
Yes,
passed through it. Because it has been imbibed in them. They just automatically make use of that.
they even don't realize that they know every basic of mathematics, which they have
Yes,
been
yeah,
learning from their schools. These are the
yeah,
very basic things which we need to learn and apply in real life. Like most of the
yeah.
students think that why I am learning these things. There is no use of this basic of mathematics. As you are
Ah,
telling us that these are the like real life examples of discounts and fraction, decimals.
yes, decimals. They make use of decimals, fractions
Yes.
a lot, addition of decimals, addition of fractions.
Yeah.
In fact, they calculate a lot, but they don't know. They do not know. They don't know they are doing that. Even my local trainer, he doesn't know he was doing that. He just do it normally, and then it's just there. but he didn't know it was, for me that I'm a math, because I went there even as a graduate to learn. So I know everything. I just kept watching, and people ask me, what are you doing here as a mathematician? What are you doing in fashion? I said, you don't even know you are even one of a mathematician here. You are a mathematician doing this, but they
Yes.
don't know that.
This is the basic thing that most of the students hates maths because they don't know about the real life example of mathematics.
Yeah.
They
I,
think,
I kept telling my students, I do tell them. I remember when I was taking a middle grade class like that. I told them, I said, most of you think what is, you people are just disturbing me. Why am I doing this? That I was telling them that even as a chef, you need mathematics. Those
yes,
that study for chef school, they learn about that. They have to calculate. You don't just put things into those caterers. They do that a lot.
yeah,
You have to, yeah, but they don't know. Then when it got to, I was just saying it, I never knew until when I was opportune to take higher degree students. That's in our country, we call them polytechnic students. And then I was taking the business students, the biz management students, the management students. So they were taking the math for granted. I was shocked when one of them was asking me, you understand, you're done with high school, and then you're asking me, how did I get a fraction in class? I was like, what? Didn't you go through your, you don't know how to add fraction? They were like, oh no, just leave it. I don't need that. I said, no, but now you need it. You need it. So that one really, it shocked me a lot, and then it made me to have the mind to keep telling them that you need to know this. You need, it's very
yeah,
important.
this is very important to tell children about these things because they are the
Yeah.
future of our country, right? Our
Yeah, they
upcoming
have,
generation.
of
Yeah.
course.
To make them a good mathematician, we have to tell them the applied maths too. That's
Yes.
great. I am very glad. So, my last question is what tools of mathematics you use in fashion designing?
Okay. It's basically measurements. They make use of tape rule. They make use of ruler. We have some other instrument like T-square. We have the hip curve. A lot of them. They are all with measurements. The units, centimeter. They need to know the conversion. It's very important. So it's basically measurements instruments. That's what they use.
So, do you use Mathematica? This is the
Is that
software for Mathematica. This is the software
okay?
which,
Yeah, the software. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah. I don't use that. I don't use that, but I'm aware that fashion designer do use that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Lot of designers use this Mathematica
Yeah.
software, yeah, to make designs.
Yeah. Yeah. They
Yes,
do.
yeah. So we have one or two questions from our audience.
Okay.
So, what is your favorite mathematics pattern that you use the most?
In fashion design.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
in
already
fashion
said it.
designing.
Yeah. Most it's about the circumference of a thing. Why you draft your, even why drafting the circular, you make use of circumference. Some of, even why drafting, we make use of the mathematical sets instrument like the protractor. You make use of your divider. You make use of your compass while you work while drafting. You understand? Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mary, for joining
You're
us,
welcome.
and it is our pleasure to have you here. Thank you
Pleasure is
from
mine.
Team
Yeah,
Mathematical Space. And
yeah.
if you want to suggest something to our audience, because they will be seeing this video after this Insta Live too. So if you want to give some message to our audience and students, what would be that?
Okay. What I would say is that even as a teacher, I kept telling my student that mathematics is not hard. It's very simple if you can put your mind into it. And then the main thing that we've imbibed in teaching presently as a mathematics teacher is whatever you're teaching, you should ask yourself what is the skills and values that you're going to imbibe in teaching this particular topic. So while you take it, even I'm also going to advise teachers that always make your math practical, bring it into life, like it's not, it's like there's a life practical into it. There's it's not about just learning it and then forgetting about it. Everything you do, even okay, I forgot to talk about proportion too. When you are work sewing and then you cutting, you need to do proportion, you know.
Okay.
So but yes, we need to tell them often, always, that this, you can't shy away from being learning mathematics. It's everyday thing. It's what we do every day, even our steps. You know, there's also patterns too, you know. So when you make use of orders and pattern, order of operation and everything, for that there's pattern, there's a way you do your thing at all time. They are all about mathematics.
Yes,
Yeah.
true. This is true.
Yeah.
That's why I love maths.
Yeah, same with me.
Thank you so much, Mary. Thank you for
You're
coming.
welcome.
Thank
Yeah, you're
you.
welcome.
Thank you, audience, for being so calm and for joining us. Thank you so much. Bye. Take care.
Bye.
Take care.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Welcome. Bye.